Hey everyone, today we have exam 1 exercise. This exam is of for chapter 13. Instruction for this exercise. For the best result of this exercise, first study chapter 13 before taking this exercise. Second, prepare some pieces of papers and pens or pencil to write your answer. There will be 2 or 3 seconds after each question to write your answer on paper before the answer key is given and explained. Note that you can pause the video if you need more time. After finish the exercise, check your answer, how many are correct and how many are incorrect. Repeat the process until you get 100% correct answer. Make sure that the 100% correct answers are based on your knowledge, not from your guessing. 7, it is very likely that you will get a very good score on your exam number 1 if you follow this instruction correctly. Okay, we start with number 1. A hormone is, okay, choose your answer. Yeah, the correct answer should be the hormone, or a hormone is a molecule that has metabolic effects on another cell. So this another cell is called the target cell. Okay, so hormone is produced by endocrine gland. It has metabolic effect on target cell. Okay, number 2. A target cell is, okay, choose your answer, A, B, C, or D. Okay, it's very important that you have to understand or have to know that target cell is the one that have receptor for the specific hormone. Okay, only cell that have receptor for the hormone is called as the target cell. Number 3, the nervous system release blank at synapses, while the endocrine system release blank into the bloodstream. So choose your answer, A, B, C, or D. Okay, important information that the nervous system release neurotransmitter. Okay, so that's the name of chemical released by nervous system. And the endocrine system release chemical called hormones. So both of them are actually chemical, but they have different name based on who produce these chemicals. Number 4, the nervous system release neurotransmitter at blank, while the endocrine system release hormones into the blank. Choose your answer. Okay, the answer will be nervous system release neurotransmitter into area is called the synapses. Okay, so synapses, while the endocrine system release hormones into the blood. So hormone will be carried by the blood, while the neurotransmitter will be delivered directly or released directly into the space between the neurons and the postsynaptic cell. Number 5, a hormone or secretion that affecting its own, okay, so its own cell is called blank, A, B, C, or D. Okay, so you can guess actually this one, its own mean auto, so auto means self. Okay, so hormone that actually affecting itself is called the autocrine. So this is the answer. 6, a hormone or secretion that affecting distant cell, which is far away, and usually the hormone has to be carried by the bloodstream, is called the A, B, C, or D. Okay. If it is far away target cell, then the hormone is known as endocrine. So endocrine is hormone that's delivered through the bloodstream, go to the target cell that is far away from the cell or gland that produces that hormone. Number 7, a hormone or secretion that affecting nearby cells is called A, B, C, or D. Okay, so the answer should be paracrine. Para means neighbor or nearby. So usually this hormone will not go to the bloodstream. It's just go to the next cell, next to this cell that produces that hormone. That's called the paracrine. Number 8, somatostatin is produced by delta cell in pancreas, okay, in pancreatic islet. This hormone is affecting the nearby cell, which is alpha and beta cell of the pancreas. Right? Based on the information, somatostatin is what type of hormone? A, B, C, or D? Yes, we just mentioned that if it is affecting a neighboring cell or nearby cell, the name is going to be paracrine. So somatostatin is an example of a paracrine. Number 9, insulin is produced by beta cell of pancreas. Okay, this hormone affecting cell in liver. Okay, so liver cell to create glycogen from glucose available in the blood. Based on the information, insulin is A, B, C, or D. Okay, we already mentioned this. We already explained this. The cell that produces is in pancreas, and the target cell is located in liver. So this is far away organ, and the hormone has to go to bloodstream. Therefore, this is called the endocrine. And the target cell is far from the gland. Number 10, how do the exocrine gland differ from endocrine gland? Okay, choose your answer. A, B, C, or D. Okay, so exocrine glands, it means the gland that produce the hormone or secrete the substances through the duct to a free surface. Okay, so exo is exit. It means that the secretion is actually out, okay, from the body. Okay. And oxygen also have channel. So the product is actually will not go to the bloodstream. It will go directly outside into our body using the duct or channel. Number 11, sweat gland and tear glands. Okay, so tear gland is located in our eyes, are examples of blank glands. A, B, C, or D. Okay, we already mentioned, remember, sweat and tear are produced by the gland and then it go outside our body. So therefore it's going to be exit, right? It's exocrine. Number 12, which of the following are examples of hormones function? A, B, C, or D? Okay, let's see the answer one by one. This one is the function of enzyme. So this is not hormone. This is the function of immune system, which is white blood cell. So this is not hormone. And this one is actually function of neurotransmitter. So this is not the function of hormone. So the correct answer will be this one. Okay, to stimulate growth, reproduction, and development. Number 13, compared to the nervous system, the endocrine system, blank. A, B, C, or D. So compared to the nervous system, the endocrine system have longer effects. So hormone have a longer effect, neurotransmitter have a very fast effect. Number 14, what do all hormones have in common? A, B, C, or D? And the answer will be all of them is actually organic compounds. Okay, hormone, some of them is made of lipid, some of them made of proteins, amino acid, glycoproteins, all of them are organic compounds. Number 15. What are the truth about steroid hormone? A, B, C, or D? Okay, so steroid is actually lipid, okay, like cholesterol, estrogen. So what lipids do or have in common? They are insoluble in water. Okay, so this is incorrect. This is incorrect because they are actually not soluble in water. And this should be the correct answer. They are soluble in lipid. Number 16. Non-steroid hormones include A, B, C, D, or E. Okay, let's see. Non-steroid is actually some of them made of peptide, some of them made of amino acid, some of them made of protein, some of them made of glycoprotein. So all the above answer is correct. 17. Which of the following are example of steroid hormone? Steroid hormone is lipid soluble hormones. Which are the examples? A, B, C, or D? Okay, just remember most of the sexual hormone or sex hormones are steroid or lipid soluble hormone. So just look for that sex hormone. Estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, androgens, they all lipid soluble hormone. Number 18, how does steroid hormone transport in the bloodstream? A, B, C, or D? Okay, lipid, remember steroid is lipid, so lipid is not soluble in water, and plasma, blood plasma is water. So when it is transported in the plasma, in the blood, this lipid require protein to transport them. So they need transport protein. Number 19, how does steroid hormone behavior on the target cell membrane? A, B, C, or D? Okay, so again, steroid is lipid. Okay, and the cell membrane is also lipid. So lipid and lipid, they work together, right? They know one another. Therefore, they actually diffuse easily through the cell membrane. 20. Where are steroid hormone receptors located in the target cell? A, B, C, or D? Okay, from the previous question, we know that lipid or steroid over here, steroid hormone, diffuse the cell membrane easily. It means that it is very logical that the receptor will be inside the cell. Okay, so the cell inside the cell. And we choose which one? The receptor mostly inside the nucleus. Where are non-steroid hormone receptors located? Okay, so non-steroid, this is water-soluble hormone. They are unable to cross the cell membrane, and it is going to be logical that their receptor will be outside, which is on the cell membrane, okay? Because they're unable to enter the cell. 22. How does non-steroid hormone affect changes in the target cell? Okay, so this is lipid-soluble hormone. Just remember, example is sex hormone. Okay, and their receptor is inside the cell, which is in the DNA in the nucleus. So what's gonna be? So they actually will causing the, oh sorry, this is not non-steroid. That's wrong over here. So non-steroid is water-soluble hormone, right? Like insulin, for example. Right? So their receptor is outside the cell, okay, on the cell membrane. Therefore, in order to have effect, they require to make a second messenger, which is the chemical that will act inside the cell based on this non-steroid hormone order. Right? So they will have second messenger. Now, this is the steroid hormone. Okay, so this is the one that is lipid. Okay, so lipid, example of steroid hormone is sex hormones like estrogen, testosterone, and the receptors are on the DNA. Okay, what does DNA do? This is about gene. And what the gene do? They stimulate the production of proteins, and when they produce this, then they will alter the gene. Just remember in the example that estrogen control the female sexual characteristic. If this estrogen enter into the male cell, then the male might alter their characteristic, become female characters. Okay. Next one, how does non-steroid, so non-steroid is water-soluble hormone, like insulin, affect change in the target cell? So this is, again, they will make the second messenger, and the second messenger then will stimulate the protein kinase. This is how the non-steroid hormone affecting the cell, by activating the protein kinase by the second messenger. 25. Antidiuretic hormones, or ADH, or it has another name, it's called the Vasopressin, and oxytocin, or OT, secreted by posterior pituitary gland, are synthesized in where? A, B, C, or D? Okay, the answer will be hypothalamus. Remember, this hypothalamus is part of the brain that produce 9 hormones. 2 of them, which is ADH and OT, will be released into the posterior pituitary gland. Okay, just remember the name, hypothalamus, not thalamus. Okay, so thalamus is another part of the brain. 26. An upregulated cell has an increase in A, B, C, or D. Okay, so upregulation means increase the number of receptors due to less hormone is produced. Okay, so that's upregulation mean. So increase the number of receptors. Now how about down-regulated cell? Has a decrease in A, B, C, or D. It is going to be the same. Decrease the number of receptors. So down-regulated means when the hormone is produced very few, then the cell try to make more receptor in order to be more sensitive to the hormone. And this process is called the down-regulation. Number 28. upregulation can cause what? A, B, C, or D. It's going to be the prolonged decrease concentration of hormone. Okay, because when the target cell making a lot of receptor, then the gland will try to produce less and less and less of the hormone. It is happening, for example, for the type 2 diabetes. Okay? When the liver cell actually become less sensitive to the hormone. About the down regulation can cause A, B, C, or D. It's going to be opposite of number 28. It's going to be prolonged increase because less receptor, it means that the hormone have to increase more and more and more hormone. It's going to have this effect. Number 30, what is the main control of hormone release or concentration? A, B, C, or D? Okay, just remember, the release of hormone mostly controlled by these two, okay? Positive feedback system and negative feedback system. This one account for more than 90% of the control. So this one is less than 10%. So from this, then the answer should be the negative feedback system. This is the way our body works actually, right? By negative feedback system. Now, this is an example. Number 31. Pressure receptor send the movement of baby against through the cervix labor during labor. Okay, so there is a movement. Okay? So this is during labor. They stimulate the hypothalamus to release hormone that cause uterine contraction. So increase, okay, uterine contraction. This cause more pressure, increase more. Okay, receptor stimulating, leading to larger release of hormone and stronger, more frequent contraction, increase again. Hormone release, cheese after pressure sensation, cheese. This is an example of what? A, B, C, or D. Okay, remember there are two types of system, control system, positive feedback and negative feedback. Positive feedback, when it is the stimulus increase, the response will increase. So the same way, okay? Or if the stimulus decrease, then the response will decrease. Okay, so one way. Negative feedback over here, okay? When the stimulus increase, then the response will try to decrease it. So opposite way. Or if the stimulus decrease, then the response will try to increase it in order to be in balance, normal, in the middle. Okay. So that's the difference between positive and negative feedback system. So the positive over here is doesn't really try to make it normal, it's try to push away, okay, to deal with pressure and then let them finish by performing things. Like, for example, this during labor, when there is a contraction in the uterine wall to push the baby out, then there will be more contraction, and then this will be done when the baby born. So from this, then we have to answer, okay, the correct answer will be positive feedback system or loop, okay, for this specific examples. Is number 31. Okay, number 32, what are tropic hormone mean? A, B, C, or D? Okay, remember on the lecture, when we talk about the hypothalamus, it's produced 9 hormones. 7 of them called the releasing hormone and inhibiting hormone. Okay, inhibiting hormone. So this releasing and inhibiting hormone is actually tropic hormone, the hormone that affecting other gland, okay, whether to increase the release of hormone or inhibit the release of hormones from the other gland. So tropic means the one that stimulate other endocrine glands, stimulate or inhibit. We can actually put this also, stimulate or inhibit other gland to produce hormone. Okay, so this is gonna be the answer. So most of the hypothalamus hormones are tropic hormone. Some of the anterior pituitary hormones are tropic hormone. Now, examples, okay? Which of the following tropic hormones stimulate ovaries? So ovary is another gland over here, okay, that produce hormone, which is one of them is estrogen. Okay, so which one is actually, control the production of estrogen from the ovary? Which hormone? These hormones produced by the anterior pituitary gland. A, B, C, or D. Okay, so this one is sexual hormone. This is also sexual hormones, yeah, reproductive hormone that will affect the ovary. Okay, but the one that actually stimulate estrogen is the FSH. LH also affecting ovary, but different way. Okay, LH is the one that stimulate ovulation and production of progesterone, another ovary hormone. Okay, so for this specific question, the answer is SFH, follicle stimulating hormone. Number 34, what are the target cells, okay, for most hormone released from the hypothalamus? Okay, A, B, C, or D. Give your answer. Remember, this is hypothalamus, is connected directly into anterior pituitary gland. So this is hypothalamus. Okay, this is pituitary gland. Okay, and this is anterior part, anterior pituitary gland. This is posterior pituitary gland. Okay, so it has a direct connection over here. So all the hormone produced by the hypothalamus will go this into the pituitary gland. Okay, but which one has more? 7 of them go to here, anterior part. Only 2 go to the posterior part. So therefore, the correct answer will be anterior pituitary gland. Okay, so 7 hormones here, only 2 hormones released into pituitary gland. Okay, number 35. Which of the following anterior pituitary hormone require a releasing or tropic hormone from hypothalamus? Choose your answer. A, B, C, or D. Okay, again, let's say this is hypothalamus. This is the anterior pituitary gland. So hypothalamus release hormone, some of them releasing hormone or inhibiting hormone into this anterior pituitary gland. And then anterior pituitary gland will produce 7 hormone. Okay, one of them is growth hormone. Okay, prolactin, also from here. Okay, ADH and OT is OT. ADH is in the posterior parts. Okay, so this is not the answer. So we can cross OT, we can cross the ADH. Okay, Now the choice is growth hormone and prolactin. Which one? That require the hormone from hypothalamus in order to increase their production. The one that actually needed is growth hormone, because the hypothalamus will produce two hormones to stimulate and inhibit growth hormone. The first one is called the growth hormone releasing hormone that will increase growth hormone production. And the other one is growth hormone inhibiting hormone. You see that one? So this one inhibit, this one stimulate growth hormone. Okay. Okay, so this should be growth hormone. Okay, so I think this is the wrong key over here. So which of the following anterior hormone require a tropic hormone from hypothalamus? Yes, should be the growth hormone, because hypothalamus will release GHRH and GHIH in order to control the growth hormone production from anterior pituitary gland. Okay. Let's see the next one. Okay, I think I make a mistake over here. So prolactin is actually require the PIH, prolactin inhibiting hormone and prolactin factor, okay, stimulating factor or releasing factor, PRF. So prolactin is also require this tropic hormone. So actually both A and D are correct. So this is correct. And growth hormone also correct. Okay, so prolactin is correct. So this number 35 over here is not a good question. Okay, not a good question, because the answer actually 2. Okay, but from this, I hope you understand what is the mistake over here. The mistake is actually I put 2 answers, 2 of them actually correct. Both of them are correct. Prolactin require PRF and PIF produced by the hypothalamus. The growth hormone require GHRH and GHIH from hypothalamus. So both growth hormone and prolactin, they require this tropic hormone. Okay, so I'm sorry about this, but again, at least this will give you more explanation why it is wrong, why it is correct. Okay, so I hope it's give you more understanding for this problem. Okay, I was wrong for this question. Okay, number 36. Which of the following hormones production is inhibited by alcohol consumption? So if somebody take alcohol, it will reduce the production of this hormone, causing the individual to be dehydrated, because they're gonna lose a lot of water from urination, okay, frequent urination and frequent sweating. Okay, which one? A, B, C, or D? Choose your answer. Okay, now to answer this question, we have to know which hormone actually try to retain water into our body to control our water inside our body. Growth hormone is not, because this is for growing. Okay? This is for bone, muscle, okay? Increase bone and muscle. Oxytocin is not. This is used for delivering the baby and also for milk ejection. So this is not. ADH maybe, okay? Look at D. This is also for milk production. This is not the answer. So the answer will be ADH. And you know, okay, if someone, like example, take a lot of alcohol drinking during certain night, okay, what happened? They mostly urinate more and sweating more. Okay, so this is actually one of side effects of alcohols into our endocrine system. Alcohol reduces the production of ADH. Because ADH less, then we have more urination and more sweating. So our body becomes dehydrated. Sometimes it is very dangerous. Okay. 37. Diabetes insipidus. This is not mellitus. It's caused by deficiency of A, B, C, or D. Choose your answer. Okay. Because I said this is not mellitus, then we have to cross this one. Because insulin is the one that causing the diabetes mellitus. This is insipidus. Okay, so the sign and symptom of diabetes mellitus and insipidus is kind of the same. So usually frequent urination, become dehydrated, thirsty, hungry, and this is due to the loss of water because of what? Deficiency of hormone that conserve water. Which one is that? We already mentioned on the previous question, the one that control water in our body is the ADH. So this should be the answer. Okay? It is not, because this is for milk and during the labor. This is for growing. Okay, so diabetes insipidus is deficiency of ADH. 38. Diabetes mellitus is caused by deficiency of. This should be easy because already explained on the previous question. Yes, it is caused by deficiency of insulin. 39. Cushing syndrome is caused by A, B, C, or D. Okay, for this type of question, you have to go back to the learns about the syndromes, about the disorders of endocrine system, deficiency of certain hormones, okay, whether hyper secretion or hyposecretion. So, Cushing syndrome is caused by the hyper, right? So hyper secretion of what? Of cortisol. Okay, so too much cortisol production or secretion. Now, how about Addison disease? Again, this is a memorization, learning from memory. Addison is hypo, due to hypo or deficiency. Of what? Is cortisol. This is opposite of Cushing syndrome. 41. Which of the following hormone stimulates uterine contraction during labor and milk ejection during lactation or breastfeeding? A, B, C, or D? Choose your answer. Okay, growth hormone should be not related to the milk or labor. ADH is not related to that one. Insulin is not related to this. So oxytocin should be the correct answer. Higher metabolic rates, skinny body, and protruding eyes are the main symptom and sign of what? Again, this is memorization. You have to know the name of the disease and the type of endocrine disorder. A, B, C, or D. Okay. So this is hyper. Okay. Hyper. But hyper what? This is too much thyroid. Okay. So this is hyperthyroidism. The primary control or clue for the secretion of PTH, okay, parathyroid hormone and calcitonin is what? A, B, C, or D. Okay, choose your answer. Okay, if you study the materials, then we know that PTH and calcitonin, they are related to control calcium in the blood. Okay, control calcium in the blood. Now, look for that one. It's going to be this calcium concentration in the blood. If the calcium concentration is low, for example, okay, then the PTH will be produced. So PTH will be produced to increase the calcium concentration. Therefore, it will be balanced. If calcium concentration in the blood is too high, okay, increase, then the calcitonin will be released to reduce that calcium concentration in the blood. It's going to be balanced. 44. The primary control or clue for secretion of insulin and glucagon is A, B, C, or D. This one should be easy. Okay, this is a famous example of disease, insulin, which is control the glucose. Okay, so insulin and glucagon, both of them control the sugar in the blood. Okay, let's say if the sugar too high in the blood, okay, then the insulin will be produced. Okay, and it will reduce the sugar in the blood into normal concentration. Okay, let's say if we eat a lot. If we fast, okay, fasting, for example, what happens with the sugar in the blood? Decrease. So in this case, glucagon will be released, okay, from the pancreas to increase the sugar concentration. It's going to be balanced or normal. Okay, so both insulin and glucagon is released based on glucose concentration in the blood. Which of the following endocrine gland produce T3, T4, and calciton? A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, look which gland produces it. That should be easy. The name is kind of telling you over here. Yeah, it's helping you to choose the answer. Which is this gonna be? Okay, thyroid producing T3, T4, and also calciton. Which of the following endocrine gland produce growth hormone, follicle-stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, prolactin, and also the thyroid-stimulating hormone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then one more actually. Okay, melanocyte-stimulating hormone is also produced by this gland. Okay. 7 hormone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hormone produced by this gland. Which one is that? A, B, C, D, E, or F? Okay? Remember master gland? Master gland is the one that produces so many hormones. And this is the master gland, the anterior pituitary gland. Which of the following endocrine gland produce insulin and glucagon? A, B, C, D, E, or F? Hey, you know, insulin produced by what? That's maybe easy. If we have learned a lot about insulin diabetes, which is related to the pancreas. So pancreas produce actually 4 hormones. 2 of them insulin and glucagon. 48. Which of the following endocrine gland produce PTH? Okay, A, B, C, D, E, or F. This should be easy. The name of the hormone telling you the name of gland, which is the parathyroid gland. A, which the following gland produce cortisol, aldosterone, androgen, including epinephrine and norepinephrine. So there are 5 hormones actually produced by this gland. Which one is that? A, B, C, D, E, or F. This gland located above the kidney. So it is not kidney, but above the kidney. It's going to be the adrenal gland. Which of the following endocrine gland produces EPO, erythropoietin? A, B, C, D, E, or F. Okay, adrenal gland is not, thyroid gland is not, anterior. We already have this example. It is not, parathyroid is not, pancreas not. So the correct answer will be the kidney produce this EPO. Which of the following endocrine glands produce hormones that are affecting heart rate, breathing rate, and blood pressure? A, B, C, or D. Okay, I can help you with this one. This hormone name is actually epinephrine and norepinephrine, including also cortisol released by this gland. Yes, it should be the adrenal gland. Which of the following hormone has prolonged effects on stress? Okay, it is also known as a stress hormone. Which one is stress hormone? A, B, C, or D? Yes, the stress hormone is cortisol. Which of the following stages is the last stage of general adaptation syndrome? Okay, study this material about general adaptation syndrome. Then there are 3 stages, right? So which one is the last one? Okay, so this is the first one, second one, the third one, and it is not part of the stage. So the answer will be exhaustion stage. Which of the following conditions could be caused by stress? What stress can do to our body? A, B, C, or D? Of course, stress will not make you have a better lifestyle, will not causing you to have stronger immune system, will not cause you to have higher resistance against infection. It actually will lower our immune system and causing us to be more resistant. Okay, lower resistant, more sensitive to the infection. Okay, so lower our resistance against the infection. Which type of diabetes is depending on insulin? So this is type of diabetes that need injection of insulin. Which one? A, B, C, or D? Okay, so remember insulin, it is related to mellitus. Okay, so this is diabetes mellitus. But which one require injection of insulin? This is the type 1 diabetes mellitus. Okay, this is depend on insulin administration. That's all for this exam 1 exercise. Good luck with your exam. Study this exercise over and over until you really understand and get the correct answer with your understanding. And I believe you will get 90, 95, or even 100 from this exam number 1. Okay, goodbye.